And at Ruby Ridge, a man who had wanted to withdraw from the governance of the United States had holed himself on that mountain, and the government had attacked him, killing his wife, his son.
After an 11-day standoff, Weaver and Harris surrendered.
I watched two docs that got me fired up, dude.
Yeah.
Ruby Ridge.
Yeah.
What do you know about Ruby Ridge?
I've seen a little bit about it.
What do you know about the fucking federal?
That was the Waco stuff.
Federal government.
That was the stuff before Waco.
Yeah, it was right before Waco. Yeah.
Yeah. That was Koresh, right?
Goddamn, that was Waco. It was Koresh.
Okay.
This was a guy named Randy Weaver,
Really?
and in the government's defense, he was being a bit of a weirdo.
Yeah.
All right.
He was being weird.
Now, in Randy's defense, that didn't mean they had to sniper rifle his wife in the back of the head, but things got out of hand up there. No, it was pretty fucked up. He was a lunatic. He was like a Green Beret from Vietnam, and he took his family, I think, from from Iowa out to Idaho, and into like a mountaintop, no electricity, like running water. It was weird.
Yeah.
But they wanted to live like an Old Testament. They were like obsessed with the Old Testament.
Randy and Vicky turn their holdout from the law into a moral stand. They believe they are victims of religious and political persecution at the hands of an unjust government.
Sick.
And like devout, weird, traditional Christianity. And of course, as tends to happen, the only group of people around them that kind of followed strict Christianity happened to be the Aryan Nation.
Oh, and the
so
foothills?
Randy was going down to hang out with the Aryan Nation quite a bit.
With the boys?
One race, one vote, one nation, one people, one homeland. We're going to have it.
Each summer, the Aryan Nations holds a weekend retreat for its members and possible recruits. It's 3 days of speakers, events, and Nazi pep rallies.
Really?
Yeah.
Made some Bieber videos? Some
Made
early
some
Bieber
real
videos?
bad Bieber videos. And an FBI agent was there, or ATF, I forget which one. But they really entrapped this dude. They found out he was short on money, and this guy who was pretending to be in the Aryan Nation with him was like, can you saw off these shotguns for me?
Over the next few years, Maggisano slowly builds Randy's trust and offers him $700 for 2 sawed-off shotguns. In October of 1989, after sawing off the barrels himself, Randy Weaver sells the guns to Maggisano.
And their plan was to get him on that and then flip him to give up other guys in there. Because those guys were fucking wild as fuck. And obviously he says no, and then just has guns everywhere in his compound and is like, you're going to have to come get me. So they got him.
Wait, he said no. He was like,
I'm not going to flip, and if you want to arrest me, you can come up to my fucking house.
Damn.
And arrest me for this entrapment,
And with their paranoid fears now seemingly proving true, the Weavers decide that rather than facing their destiny in court, their only option is to stay on the mountain.
And, it was a fucked up, like, they sent these agents up, and then the dog started, like, barking and heard them up in the mountain. They were in the mountains. It was pretty fucking crazy terrain, and this dog, like, chased them, and the agents killed the dog. And then I guess Randy Weaver's son or somebody's son up there was like, they killed my fucking dog, and started shooting at the agents. And then they got in a gunfight. They killed an agent, killed the son. Then he was locked up there for I don't know how many days, but one of the days they sniped his wife in the head.
damn.
While she was holding a baby.
I didn't know where Mom was hit, but I knew something was wrong because she was down, and I just started, like, saying Mom.
Oh.
Like, wild, dude. And then, then that led into Waco, where the government got a little rowdy again. They were like, you guys are being weird.
Yeah.
We heard you guys got guns.
We don't like it.
What was funny is they were worried that Koresh was like, he was prophesying Armageddon. And they're like, we got to stop him before something bad happens.
He thought that the end of all time, the end of the world would come in a great battle between the faithful and the beast of Babylon, who he specifically identified as the government of the United States of America.
Oh, because then
They're like, he's predicting Judgment Day. We should probably give him Judgment Day. We should just go burn this thing down. What was really funny, so this is all a documentary.
What was the beef
on,
with Koresh?
I think they were getting some pretty crazy weapons.
Were they?
I think they were getting assault rifles, and they were definitely like neighbors were complaining like there's explosions.
I think you can get assault rifles, but as soon as you start to like drill with other people, then the government starts being like.
And I think something allegedly fell off a truck or something that had parts for like grenades or grenade launchers or something that was like, we should have a chat with these guys.
They're big boy toys, dude.
But I don't think they even tried to have a chat with them.
One day, a delivery man for UPS delivered a box of grenades to David Koresh, and the box broke open.
You start wondering about what is this all about, and you start thinking about the automatic gunfire reports that you'd had a year or two earlier.
I think they rolled in.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was all right. This isn't the best. I'm just mistelling a story that most of these people know, but a fucking news reporter, again, journalists, these fucking journos, heard that they had guys inside the police department that like talked to him. So this news reporter gets word that there's going to be a raid on the compound. So he's driving around trying to find the compound, and he pulls up next to somebody who's a member of the Branch Davidians. It's like, hey, do you know where Mount Carmel is? That's where it was. And they were like, yeah, why? And he's like, because there's going to be a big raid there today. So then that guy drove back, and they had like an hour to prepare.
There was a mailman who saw members of the media and asked what was going on.
The postman turned out to be a Davidian.
He immediately went back and advised David Koresh that the ATF was on their way.
And so these fucking federal agents get there and just get fucking lit up. They had like a 3-hour gunfight, dude. It was fucking crazy.
That's fucking
And then they had
nuts.
to march out. Like the government had to like take a walk of shame like a defeated army. Shut the fuck up.
So they took so Ruby. I always get these confused. So Ruby Ridge
was one maniac.
That was a one-off that got like his wife got blasted.
His wife got blasted. I think it was his son. There was another dude that was boys with him that was chilling.
Yeah.
They brought in like there was like a Alex Jones type guy that was talking,
just chilling with
back
him.
and forth to him like, Patriot, you gotta come down here.
I mean, dude,
even though here's my favorite part in this, they were like, yeah, you couldn't. We had the compound bugged. Dude, they were fucking with them. They were driving. He had like Koresh had like his cars out front that he loved. They were driving tanks over the cars, like smashing them.
They gravediggered him?
They gravediggered his favorite cars while they were playing.
I wish someone would do that to Seinfeld.
Oh no!
He's all he used to say in the car with Louis C.K. and he's like, "The government's running over my cars." What?
They were blasting. Is it Nancy Sinatra? Yeah. These boots are made for walking. The government was blasting that music into his compound.
Then they started playing loud music.
Trumpets trumpeting, telephones ringing. They had helicopters buzzing over us, anything to keep you on edge.
The FBI says it will continue to use bright lights and loud noises to try and drive the remaining cult members from the compound.
That's fucked up to
One of
blast
these
Nancy
days,
Sinatra.
these boots are gonna walk all over. I was like, damn, they
Damn,
were
dude.
like talking shit to these dudes.
Oh.
Yeah, and then, it turned out a bunch of children burned alive. But they were like, we had that place bugged audio-wise. And, you couldn't hear it on the original tape, but once we scrubbed it, you could hear it. And it was guys allegedly inside being like, pour the gas everywhere? Okay, David said pour the gas everywhere. So they were trying to be like, once we got the tape and scrubbed it, you could hear that it was clearly their fault that it burned.
Yeah, dude.
And it was like, damn, dude, you guys fucked up this bad, and you want me to trust you on this one?
Yeah.
It became a kind of gag you'd hear on late night TV.
Lisa, wife number 12, also her age. No age minimum for the King of Kings.
Say just embrace and never fake it, even if your heart will break, 'cause it's the ones who've cried